Hi, estate planning attorney Brian Barboza, and today I'm going to discuss what are some of the more common mistakes that I see people make when it comes to estate planning. Before we get started, if estate planning is something you want to talk more about or explore your options, please feel free to give me a call or go to my website, barbozalaw.com, book an appointment to speak with me for free directly through the website. Okay, so what are some of the more common mistakes that I see people make when it comes to estate planning? Now, there's a lot of mistakes that can happen when it comes to estate planning, but these are some of the more common ones that I see. Number one is they don't properly fund their trust. So when you create an estate plan, and if that estate plan includes a trust, then what happens with the trust is you have to actually fund it. This is the process of transferring your property into the trust. So transferring your real estate into the trust, transferring your personal property into the trust, transferring certain financial accounts into the trust, etc., etc. And the problem is if you create a trust but you don't fund it, or you don't properly fund it, you don't properly transfer the property into the trust, then when you pass away, the property that was not transferred into the trust will end up having to go through probate, which was the whole point of creating your trust, was really to avoid probate in the first place. So number one mistake tends to be not properly funding your trust. The second mistake is not using an attorney to create your estate plan. The reality is the estate plan, your estate plan, is going to be probably the most important set of documents that you ever create in your lifetime, because it's going to control how your money is handled at a time when you become incompetent or incapacitated. It's going to determine who's going to be handling your money, who's going to be making final financial decisions and medical decisions for you at that time in your life when maybe you have advanced Alzheimer's or dementia, or you're hospitalized and deemed incompetent or incapacitated. So these documents are critical while you're alive, and they are just as critical after you pass away, because it's going to determine who's going to then take charge of your estate and who is going to actually receive an inheritance from your estate, and in what manner. And so not having an attorney properly craft these documents is one of the larger mistakes. These kind of online toolkits you can buy to create an estate plan, the rule of thumb is you don't know what you don't know. So these documents might look pretty, but they may not legally be sound or effective. So that's another mistake I commonly see. Another common mistake is not properly executing the documents. If you create this estate plan, but then you don't properly execute the documents, that basically the rules for executing an estate plan are kind of state by state. I'm in California, and so the California probate code and laws kind of govern how you properly execute an estate plan, how you properly execute a trust, a will, a power of attorney, an advanced healthcare directive. So if you don't properly execute the documents, then they're not going to be effective. So that's another problem that you see from time to time. Another very, very big problem when it comes to estate planning is not revisiting your estate plan every about 3, maybe 5 years to see if it needs to be updated. So as life goes on, things in life happen. Maybe all of a sudden you have another child, or you have a grandchild, or someone you were going to leave an inheritance to has predeceased you, has passed away. Or maybe the person that you designated to be your successor trustee, or your power of attorney, or you're the administrator of your will, executor of your will, maybe they've passed away, or they're showing signs of not being competent or able to handle money or make sound financial decisions. And so as life goes on, you need to revisit your estate plan every 3 to 5 years and update it accordingly. So it will be effective when you pass away, and it'll do what you want it to do. So those are some of the larger mistakes that I see commonly when it comes to estate planning. As I mentioned, there are other mistakes that do happen, but those are kind of the glaring ones that I see more often than not. All right, so again, if estate planning is something you want to talk more about or explore your options, please feel free to give me a call or go to my website, barbozalaw.com, book an appointment to speak with me for free through the website. As always, thanks for watching this video. I do hope you guys have been out of it, and have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye.